Today I want to look at the deadly sin of anger. St. Thomas Aquinas says that anger is the passion for revenge that goes beyond the control of reason. We can also call it wrath. It's that desire for vengeance, not just for justice, but for vengeance. And it's a passion that consumes us. We want to differentiate this from righteous anger. A few weeks ago in the Gospel at Sunday Mass, we saw Christ overturning those tables in the temple. That was righteous anger. Why? Because it was anger that was motivated out of love of God or neighbor. He was angry in the face of sin. It's good to be angry in the face of racism, of abuse, of neglect, of sin. We should be angry when we see those things. If not, maybe we're guilty of the sin of sloth. Righteous anger is always channeled towards an action to right the wrong. This is very different than the deadly sin of anger that we're talking about today. The deadly sin of anger consumes us when we dwell on those passions, those feelings, and that desire for vengeance or for revenge. You know, we have a feeling of anger that might rise up when we are hurt or when we're wronged. The feeling of anger isn't sinful. It's what we do with those feelings. Do I dwell on that feeling? Do I embrace that feeling? Or do I push it away? Do I try to overcome it with prayer? Feelings aren't sinful, but what I do with them might be. As we enter Holy Week, we think of the beautiful scene on the cross when Christ calls out to his Father to forgive us for what we've done. Father, forgive them. They know not what they've done. Obviously, forgiveness is the opposite of anger. Do I hold grudges? Do I have resentment? Am I impatient with people? Am I impatient when things don't work out? Do I lash out? Or do I step back, have patience, and forgive? Christ is our model. He forgives even those who put him to death. And we pray in the Our Father every day that we desire forgiveness to the extent that we forgive. Forgiveness is difficult. Forgiveness is hard. And so this week, perhaps there's someone who's wronged you. Perhaps there's a grudge you're holding on to. Pray for the person who hurt you. That's the first step to that healing power of forgiveness. And ask for mercy for the person who's hurt us and wronged us, but also for ourselves, because we know we've wronged God and neighbor. And this is a little theology in 3 minutes. Hey friends, exciting news for you. My very first book is available from Ave Maria Press. It's called Opening the Holy Door, and it's scriptural reflections on the virtue of hope. It's the perfect way to celebrate this Jubilee year, as together we are pilgrims of hope. You can find the link in the description below or go to joanwatson.faith to order your copy today.